Week 7, the interpreter as an expert witness. From time to time, the interpreter will be called on to be a witness about something that is being said. This is not the norm, and in most cases, the interpreter should refrain from giving their personal opinion in court. This week's project is to interview an interpreter working in the legal field. Keep your journal updated and write something related to your interview with an interpreter. Include something about this in the discussion forum for class participation. Search the Bible for something related to translation or interpretation and write a brief description. Find a YouTube related to the work of an interpreter. After watching it, write a review and an evaluation. Remember, next week you will post your lexicon or glossary on the discussion board. You should be about finished reading the book on legal interpreting. Don't wait till the last minute to write a brief 3 to 5 page summary of the book or chapter and an evaluation. This assignment is due next week. This week is your last chance to add questions to the question board. Remember, you'll get bonus points for each question submitted. And if your question is chosen for the final exam, you'll get double bonus points. Most often, when the interpreter is called on to be an expert witness, it is about some aspect of language or culture which affects the outcome of the trial. At times, cultural nuances are important to be understood. The interpreter is often the most competent person to help those involved understand some aspect of the culture which has bearing on the proceeding. But don't be too quick to give your opinion. Moving from interpreter to witness is a difficult step and not one to be taken quickly or lightly. In the privacy of the lawyer-client relationship, it is one thing for the interpreter to help both understand the other. It is quite another thing to try to get the same message across for the record in open court. Most interpreters never experience this aspect of being an interpreter and are grateful that is the case. Therefore, when you do express your opinion about some aspect of language or culture, make sure the parties understand that it is your opinion. You, more than likely, do not have a degree in the subject. Your expertise comes from your experience, which is difficult to document, and credential. Let them know that you're trying to be helpful, but if there is a question, more competent expert opinion should be solicited. Unless, of course, you do have the credentials and degrees to back up your opinion. In other words, stay in your lane, work diligently, and people will value you as a professional you are.